Did you know that central banks around the world are hoarding gold at record levels not seen since the 1970s? Last year, in 2023 alone, they added a staggering 136 tons of the precious metal to their reserves. That's enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. But what if I told you that this global gold rush isn't just about diversifying assets or hedging against economic uncertainty? It's actually about something much bigger: the impending disruption of the entire financial system. Ripple recently emerged victorious in its legal battle with the US SEC, solidifying XRP's status as a legitimate cryptocurrency and not a security. This ruling has paved the way for XRP to flourish, as it removes the regulatory uncertainty that had previously cast a shadow over the digital asset. With this legal hurdle cleared, XRP is now poised to take center stage in the global financial arena. Central banks in the gold rush. You know, it's pretty wild when you think about it. Central banks around the world are going absolutely bonkers for gold these days. With all the economic uncertainty and geopolitical tension swirling around, it's no wonder these central bankers are looking for a safe haven to park their cash. And what better place than good old-fashioned gold, the OG of precious metals? China alone accounted for a whopping 20% of that total, scooping up 225 tons in 2022, the most since 1977. India, Turkey, Poland, and a whole host of other countries have been beefing up their gold reserves too. Poland went on a particularly wild spending spree, buying 130 tons between April and November 2022, a 57% increase that set a new record for the National Bank of Poland. Their governor even said they're aiming to boost the share of gold in their international reserves from 12% to a hefty 20%. So, what's driving this sudden gold rush among central banks? Well, first, there's the whole economic uncertainty thing. With inflation running rampant, stock markets going haywire, and the threat of recession looming large, these money managers are looking for a safe place to park their cash. With tensions rising between the US and China, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine throwing a wrench in the global order, some countries are looking to reduce their reliance on the US dollar. And what better way to do that than by loading up on gold, a currency that's been around since the dawn of civilization? Take Russia, for example. When the US and its allies froze $300 billion worth of the Russian central bank's assets after the invasion of Ukraine, it became a headline. Suddenly, the idea of holding your reserves in a currency that can be frozen at the drop of a hat didn't seem quite so appealing. So yeah, no wonder countries are looking to diversify their holdings and reduce their exposure to the dollar. With the US national debt spiraling out of control, it's projected to reach a whopping 107% of GDP by 2029. There's a growing fear that the dollar could lose its status as the world's reserve currency. And if that happens, well, let's just say it won't be pretty for the American economy. XRP's role in the new financial ecosystem. Okay, so what does this all have to do with XRP? I say, think about it. With all this gold being hoarded by central banks, the global financial system is starting to look a little like a game of musical chairs. There are fewer and fewer dollars and other fiat currencies to go around, and countries are scrambling to find alternatives. Enter XRP, the cryptocurrency that's been quietly positioning itself as the perfect solution to this growing problem. XRP is lightning fast. We're talking transactions that zip through the network in just a few seconds compared to the days or even weeks it can take with traditional banking systems. And it's practically free too. The average transaction fee on the XRP ledger is a mere $1,001. In addition, XRP is also incredibly scalable, capable of handling thousands of transactions per second. With XRP, every transaction is recorded on a decentralized, tamper-resistant ledger that's visible to everyone. No more shady backroom deals or hidden fees. It's all out in the open for the world to see. Experts predict that XRP has the potential to become a global reserve currency, a digital alternative to the US dollar that countries can use to settle international trade and hold in their foreign exchange reserves. I mean, with the US national debt spiraling out of control and the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency under threat, central banks are going to need a new option. And XRP, with its speed, scalability, and security, could be just the ticket. Fractionalization of gold. Okay, let's talk about the whole concept of fractionalized gold. For centuries, investing in gold has been the domain of the wealthy elite. I mean, have you seen the price of a single gold bar these days? It's enough to make your eyes water. But thanks to the rise of gold-backed digital assets, that's all starting to change. These innovative financial instruments are allowing investors to purchase fractional shares of gold, making the precious metal accessible to a whole new generation of people who might not have had the means to invest in it before. Now, of course, these gold-backed digital assets like Tether Gold need a fast, efficient, and cost-effective way to facilitate the exchange of these fractional shares. And that's exactly where XRP comes in. With its lightning-fast transaction times and negligible fees, XRP can help to streamline the process of buying, selling, and trading these digital gold assets. Interestingly, if more people have the ability to invest in stable, tangible assets like gold, it could help to create a more diversified and resilient financial system. No longer would the fate of the global economy be so heavily dependent on the whims of the stock market or the fluctuations of fiat currencies. Anyway, I will not sugarcoat it. The financial revolution we're witnessing is not just about crypto like XRP, it's also about the underlying technologies that are shaping the future of finance. Blockchain, DLT, and AI are the driving forces behind this transformation, so they deserve the same recognition. Why the world isn't ready for what's coming. Okay, despite the exciting potential of XRP and the broader cryptocurrency market, the world may not be fully prepared for the seismic changes that are on the horizon. I mean, we've got central banks hoarding gold like there's no tomorrow. There are still some major hurdles that need to be overcome before we can truly embrace the future of finance. One of the primary ones is the lack of regulatory clarity. While the recent legal victory of Ripple against the SEC has provided some much-needed clarity, there is still a huge amount of uncertainty surrounding the regulatory landscape for crypto. Add some anti-money laundering laws and know-your-customer requirements. There's also the psychological barrier that many people face when it comes to embracing new financial technologies. I mean, how many times have you heard someone say, "Cryptocurrency? Man, that's just for nerds and criminals, right?" It's a misconception that's hard to shake, and it's one that's holding us back from realizing the full potential of XRP and other digital assets. And of course, if we are being honest, the current financial infrastructure is absurd. Most banks and financial institutions are still using systems that were designed in the 1970s. They're slow, they're clunky, and they're not exactly user-friendly. When you try to introduce a new technology like XRP into this mix, it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Okay. Perhaps the biggest obstacle of all is the entrenched interest of traditional financial institutions. I mean, banks and other financial institutions have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. They've got billions of dollars invested in legacy systems, and they're not exactly eager to embrace a technology that could disrupt their business models. There's also the competition factor. XRP may be a game changer when it comes to cross-border payments, but it's not the only player in the game. There are other crypto out there like Bitcoin and Ethereum that are vying for a piece of the action. So what's the solution? Well, I think it's going to take a concerted effort on the part of governments, regulators, financial institutions, and the general public to embrace the changes that are coming. We need to work together to create a regulatory framework that fosters innovation while still protecting consumers. We need to educate people about the benefits of XRP and other digital assets and help them overcome their psychological barriers to adoption. And most importantly, we need to invest in the infrastructure that will support the future of finance. That means upgrading legacy systems, embracing new technologies like blockchain and DLT, and working to create a more efficient, transparent, and secure financial system. It's a tall order, to be sure, but if we can pull it off, the rewards could be immense. Ripple's XRP and the resurgence of gold are set to transform the global financial system. So what do you think about these upcoming changes? Are you prepared for the potential impact on your finances? Or are you still clinging to the old ways? Drop your predictions and comments below. Before you go, don't forget to check out our recent video on Is Citibank Right? Trillions could flow into XRP and HBAR. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.